So a lot of players, they're missing the ball in the net because they're coming on top of the ball. In order to get the ball over the net, you need to make sure that you get below the ball and lift it up. Hey everyone, it's Tyler Strike at Tennis with Tyler, and today we're going to be talking about how to get the ball over the net. Again, how do we get the ball over the net? We get under the ball. We have to swing up on the ball to hit it over the net. Now, Tyler, how do we ensure that we don't hit the ball out? Well, number one, if you hold the racket tight, it's not going to be right. Number two, you need to make sure that your strings are tilted downwards so you can generate topspin. If your strings are open, then when you hit, the ball is going to go super long. So if you're going to use these tips in the video, you have to make sure, again, that you hold the racket loose and you tilt your strings down. If you don't do either of those tips or those things, you won't be able to get under the ball and keep it in, okay? So the first thing that you have to do, a lot of players go wrong, is you need to hold this racket loose so you can drop your racket. I want you to see something right now. And there's a reason why I put you guys on this angle for this video. When I take this racket back and I hold it tight, I want you to look at that. You guys see it? I'm holding it tight. You guys see it, right? Here we are. Here's the ball. Now I'm holding it tight. Here we are. Look, here we are. If it's higher, what's going to happen? Now, if I take this racket back and I hold my grip loose, right? Watch what's going to happen. Now when I swing, watch what's going to happen. You guys see? Look, now I'm getting under the ball. You guys see it? So look, if I grip this racket super tight, I'm going to come on top of the ball. By holding the racket loose, it's going to allow my racket to drop. I want you to notice that the tip of the top of my racket is below the butt cap of my ball, okay? Of my racket, right? So the tip of the racket is below the butt cap. So that ensures that, again, I'm getting under the ball prior to contact so I can swing up, brushing up the back of the ball and lifting it, okay? So by holding the racket loose, it's going to drop the tip of the racket below the ball so you can swing up on it. The second thing that you have to do is make sure that you get your body into it. A lot of players, they're standing up straight, okay? When you're standing up straight, that's going to what? It's going to help, it's going to hurt you by not allowing you to really get under it, okay? You need to make sure that you get into your legs, that you drop your center of gravity. By dropping your center of gravity, by getting below in your legs, getting real low, that's going to make it even easier for you to swing up. I want you to understand, if I'm standing straight up, right? The ball's here, I'm still dropping the racket, here we are, here's my swing. But I want you to watch, if I can get into my legs, drop my center of gravity, and I drop my racket, the ball's here, now I'm on a much upward path. I'm swinging at a higher trajectory than if I'm just standing up straight and trying to swing up. So the more up that I can swing, the more topspin I can hit, and the more height and clearance that I can get on the ball. So again, we don't only want to drop our racket and hold it loose, but we want to make sure that we get into our legs. You want to make sure you take the racket back, you drop it super loose, you drop your legs down, and then you're going to swing up on the ball. The next thing, if you utilize your non-dominant hand not the proper way, it's not going to work. A lot of players, what they do is they hit the ball in the net because even if they're doing this, right, even if they're dropping the racket, right, even if they're getting into their legs, they're dropping their non-dominant hand. I want you to watch, right? So here we are. Racket loose, dropping my legs. Here we are, swing, dropping my non-dominant hand. What am I doing? I'm coming around the ball. I need to always utilize and raise my non-dominant hand throughout contact, okay? Watch, when I swing, holding the racket loose, dropping my legs down, watch, when I swing, I'm raising my non-dominant hand throughout contact. Racket back, dropping my legs, holding the racket loose, raising it. I'm not dropping it and coming around. I'm raising my non-dominant hand up. By raising my non-dominant hand up, that's going to allow me to get my body to swing upwards from 6 to 12 instead of from 3 to 9. So by utilizing your non-dominant hand, lifting it upwards at all times, that's going to help you get under the ball as well. I want you to think that you're in a pond, in a pool. I would love to be in a pool right now. It is so humid and all these mosquitoes are eating me alive. I'm going to bring bug spray next time I'm teaching these tennis videos, right? Pretend if the water's this high, chest height. You always want to make sure that you keep your non-dominant hand above the water at all times, okay? Here, you could start here, but then when you're swinging, you wanna keep it above the water at all times. You never want to drop your non-dominant hand in that pool of water. So always raise your non-dominant hand throughout contact. The last way that you can get under the ball and get it over the net is what? Think that you're swinging more low to high. I want you to really think that you are lifting the ball up in there. Once again, say it with me. I am lifting the ball up in the air. I'm not swinging forward, I am lifting the ball. Low to high, 6 to 12, let it fly. You need to lift the ball up. So by exaggerating your upward swing, that's going to help you as well. I want you to think that you're getting under, brushing up the back of the ball instead of coming around the ball. If you have a ball that is above your shoulders, I mean, I'm 6 foot, above my shoulders, above net height, and you swing down, you might make it. But any ball that's below your shoulders or below your chest, it's going to be really, really difficult to get the ball over the net if you are not swinging like this, right? It's going to be really difficult to get the ball over the net if you're not swinging like this. So utilize these tips, get the ball over the net, and you're going to be so much better off, more consistent, win more points. You're going to play better tennis by getting below the ball. Even if you already make the ball over the net, by utilizing these tips, you're going to be able to hit more topspin and get more clearance and be more consistent. If you guys want more tips, make sure to check my forehand ebook. I just put the link in the description. We just released the ebook. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Tennis with Tyler. Make sure to subscribe me on YouTube, and I'll see you guys next time on court.